What's up, everyone? My name is Christine, and I'm a home birth student midwife. And in this week's video, I'll be sharing about my first week of school. So let's get into it. So my first week of school started a little rough. 3 days before, I got a really nasty cold. So on like the first day of school, I was in bed, sick, passed out. I missed all of the live sessions and had to watch all the recordings, and it was just really rough. I just could not wrap my head around what was needed of me from each class, what the purpose of each class was. It was very hard. And then on top of that, I had to miss a clinic day, and I also missed a birth because I was just still not 100%. So my first week ended up being just a bunch of rest and sleeping and lots of tissues. So for this semester, I have four classes. I have Clinic 2010, which is just a class that is for recording all of your experiences that you have been doing with your preceptor. And the next class I have is Epidemiology, which is a pretty interesting class, seems pretty cool. What else do I have? Homeopathy is another one. Homeopathy for midwives, and then the last one is Midwifery 2010. It's a class on how to do prenatals, and like it really dives deep into what questions you need to ask and prepare for. Um, so yeah, it's a full schedule. The classes that have the most homework are my midwifery 2010, the prenatal class, as well as my homeopathy class.
I am all about saving money on books, especially for school. So I look high and low for them. I look at like the public libraries. I also ask friends or other students who have them. And also I look online, like for used, older editions. And I usually luck out, which is great. Like for instance, one of my homeopathy books that I got, this one, it was only like $4 online, even though our teacher gave us a link to the website of this dude, and it was like $22. Some books you just can't find. And so for me, that was the Homeopathy for Midwives book. This book is used and it was $50. Now I know that on the scale of uh, books needed for school, that's not that much. I mean, some books can be like $200, $300, but I just, it's for an elective class. It just kind of pains me a little bit because I'm not going to end up using the book forever, possibly. So I will probably end up reselling that one to get a little bit of my money back. Since I was sick the first week of school and I had to miss clinic, I was unable to grab some books that one of the midwives had left me, um, that I also really needed for my midwifery 2010 class as well. So I finally went and picked them up, and let me show you what I got. Varney's Midwifery. This book, I have it on PDF already. However, I hate to open it because it's just such a massive book. As you can see, it's so thick that it's just a lot to look through. So now that I have a physical copy of it, it's going to be so much easier to just skim through it and actually get to read some of it. This is the second edition. My class is calling for the third edition. However, that's not that big of a jump. So I don't think jumping from a second to a third is going to be that much different. So I'm just going to use the second edition because it was free. And then a couple other books that she let me borrow were this huge holistic midwifery book. I don't need this semester, but she did mention I will need it for a class in the future. That's how I save money, is just asking friends or using the library. Another homeopathy book that I got online, I I was able to find online. It was like an ebook. So I love the library. Check it out. They have a lot of good stuff.
Now that I've been in school for about 2 weeks and have gone through most of the homework already and have a good idea of what the classes are, uh, I'm realizing that I'm not really enjoying my homeopathy class as much as I thought I would. The material is just a little hard to get behind. I mean, just the the foundation of homeopathy. I'm going to remain open. The semester just started, so I will see how it goes and see if homeopathy is something that I am truly interested in. Really like herbalism, and I love I have a holistic approach, which is why I decided to take homeopathy. This is an elective class. It's not mandatory, but I do need a few electives. So instead of dropping the class, I'm just going to stick it through, and maybe I'll get something out of the homeopathy class that I just don't know yet. And also, there was no other classes to take this fall semester, very minimal. So I needed to take a certain amount of classes so that I can keep myself on schedule to finish phase 2 within this one in the 1 year. And that's a wrap on my start of the fall semester. I started out a little bumpy, but I'm getting into the groove now and figuring it out. I will say I am a little nervous about how the rest of the term is going to turn out because in the next couple months, there are going to be many births for the birth center that I'm working for. And also, just I will be juggling my own clients. So it's new, but exciting and a little nerve wracking. So let's see what happens. If you like today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and share a little bit with me in the comments below about where you're at in your midwifery journey, or if you're a birth worker, or if you even have any tips on how to study and manage my time better. I'm all ears. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.